President Trump announces a U.S. trade deal with Vietnam.
Russia. Reduction or cessation of Western arms supplies to Ukraine brings conflict closer to its end.
Nghệ An. Preventing counterfeit and smuggled goods to improve the business market.
Hello, welcome to today's news by Nghệ An Press and Broadcasting Agency. Now let's get started. The U.S. President Donald Trump said Wednesday that the United States has reached a trade agreement with Vietnam. The U.S. stock market responded positively afterwards when the S&P 500 index closed at a record high.
In a Truth Social post, President Trump said that he had just made a trade deal with Vietnam after a phone call with General Secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam, Lam. President Trump affirmed that he would significantly cut reciprocal taxes on many Vietnamese exports and highly appreciated Vietnam's commitment to providing preferential market access for U.S. goods. Immediately after the announcement, the U.S. stock market hit a new peak when major stock indexes increased simultaneously. At the close of trading on July 2nd, the S&P 500 index increased 0.47% to a record 6,227 points, while the NASDAQ Composite Index also increased 0.9% to 20,393 points.
Russian officials say reduction or cessation of Western arms supplies to Ukraine brings conflict with Russia closer to its end.
Commenting on the U.S. suspension of arms supplies to Ukraine, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said the move would bring the conflict to an end. Earlier, the U.S. Department of Defense said the Pentagon had suspended the supply of air defense missiles and precision ammunition to Ukraine. According to the source, the weapons being cut include 155 mm artillery shells, Stinger shoulder-fired missiles, Patriot air defense missiles, and Hellfire missiles. The White House said the move was made after reviewing U.S. ammunition stocks and amid concerns they had fallen too low.
A ferry carrying 65 people sank off the coast of Bali, Indonesia on the night of July 2nd amid bad weather conditions. According to the latest announcement on the morning of July 3rd, the country's rescue forces are still trying to find the 43 missing people.
According to the Indonesian National Search and Rescue Agency, the ferry KMP Tunu Pratama Jaya sank just 30 minutes after leaving Ketapang Port in East Java on its way to Gilimanuk Port in Bali, a distance of about 50 kilometers. There were 53 passengers, 12 crew members, and 22 vehicles, including 14 trucks on the ferry. So far, the rescue forces have found 20 survivors, many of whom were found unconscious after hours of drifting in rough seas. 2 bodies have been recovered, while 43 people are still missing.
Upcoming are some updated news.
The Department for Roads of Vietnam has proposed introducing toll collection on 13 expressways financed by the state, expected to be put into operation in 2025 and start collecting from January 2026. Toll rates range from VND 900, Wangro 300 per kilometers depending on infrastructure, VND 1300 per kilometers, standard expressway, 4 lanes, continuous emergency lane, VND 900 per kilometer, non-standard expressway, non-continuous emergency lane. Toll collection will be carried out entirely by electronic nonstop ETC. The entire route is managed and maintained by the Vietnam Road Administration. Estimated revenue is about VND 2,500 billion per year after deducting expenses.
A photo exhibition themed Vietnam, Identity, Humanity, and Integration is taking place in Geneva, Switzerland, on the sidelines of the ongoing session of the UN Human Rights Council. The event marks an important step forward in promoting the image of Vietnamese culture and people, while affirming Vietnam's strong determination to protect and promote human rights. Through vivid artistic photos, the exhibition takes viewers to explore the depth of Vietnamese culture and nature. Images of religious festivals and rituals affirm the commitment to protecting freedom of belief and religion. Photos of outstanding achievements in access to education, healthcare, and social equality. The results of the policies of the party, state, and international cooperation received high appreciation from international delegates.
GNBN, Provincial Police, just coordinated with the Ministry of Public Security and related units of Laos to arrest 17 subjects, seizing over 2 tons of various drugs. According to the Special Project Board, on June 12, 2025, in Pak Beng District, Udom Se Province of Laos, the functional forces discovered and caught 12 subjects of Lao nationality illegally transporting drugs. At the police agency, the subjects declared that the seized drugs were hired by a group of subjects in Myanmar to transport from the Golden Triangle area to the capital Vientiane, Laos, to wait for the opportunity to take them to other locations.
With a large area and population, Nghệ An has a vibrant retail market. However, the problem of counterfeit, fake, poor quality, and unknown origin goods has caused many socio-economic consequences. This alarming situation shows that if the fight is not drastic, counterfeit, fake, and poor quality goods will erode confidence in the domestic goods market. More in this story.
Located at the gateway to the central region, Nghệ An has many advantages in transporting goods to markets. Taking advantage of this factor, subjects producing, trading, transporting counterfeit, fake goods, committing commercial fraud, and violating intellectual property rights have mixed products for illegal consumption. From essential consumer goods to high-tech, medical, and functional food products, it is not difficult to encounter poor quality products of unknown origin. This situation not only causes damage to legitimate businesses, but also directly affects the health and interests of consumers and disrupts the market.
The market for counterfeit goods is currently very large, such as milk, cooking oil, food. I hope that the authorities will monitor more closely to ensure that consumers feel more secure.
In order to rebuild the market, the Prime Minister has continuously issued many official dispatches and directives requesting the organization of peak periods to prevent smuggling, trade fraud, and infringement of intellectual property rights. In Nghệ An, the authorities have simultaneously deployed solutions to combat it. After only a short time, a series of violations have been discovered, investigated, and handled. Many large-scale cases have shocked public opinion nationwide. A series of stores have closed. Many products have been discarded to avoid inspection by the authorities. This shows that the market is undergoing a strong purification.
Business households have known how to review their products. Therefore, recently, some items have been restricted, especially items that were previously counterfeited a lot, such as wine and some items of foreign origin, have recently shown signs of decreasing on the market.
According to many experts, counterfeit goods are becoming more and more sophisticated. The market will continue to have complex developments. Therefore, it is necessary to synchronize regular and continuous solutions to improve the health of the market, promote production and business, and ensure consumer rights.
The last story just ended our news today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye and see you later.